Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro everyday, and today I need to issue a correction. We are talking about eternal jokers. These are jokers that cannot be sold or destroyed. One place you might see these things for the first time is in the context of these challenge runs. So you win on 5 different decks for the first time, and that unlocks the challenges. Already you have things like Eternal Dagger, for example. Another situation you might see these Eternals is on these medium and higher stakes, starting at the black stake here. In the past, what I said was you could, from these other Joker generators, let's say a Judgment tarot card or maybe Riffraff generating Jokers, I said there was a possibility that those could generate Eternals. That's just straight up not true. It literally says right here, only shop Jokers can be Eternals. This means Jokers in the regular shop offerings and then Jokers in the buffoon packs. That's it. Some other things you might not already know about Eternals. Not every Joker can be Eternal. So, normally the consumable, or not really consumable, but the perishable Jokers, like banana and popcorn and ice cream, those cannot become Eternal. They never show up as Eternal. And then for other Jokers, Eternals show up about 30% of the time. And so, last time when we were talking about the black stake, we talked a little bit about the strategy behind these Eternals. And since they only show up about 1/3 of the time, if you wanted to, you could just ignore them completely. So every Joker that's Eternal, just ignore it and then skip it. But there are some Eternals that are worth taking. The main problem is that they can't be sold. And so if you pick up an Eternal, then you're stuck with it forever. And, maybe not every Joker is the kind of Joker that you want to keep forever. For example, income generators, value generators, or, some of the common, lower scoring Jokers. You need them in the beginning to survive, but then you don't need them in your final build. You want to replace them with higher scoring X multi-Jokers, for example. Now, today what we're going to be doing this non-perishable challenge. And so the thing that's new and different is all Jokers are Eternal. All of them, including the ones that you get from Wraith and from the Soul, for example. Well, not every Joker. So we do have some restrictions here. So the perishable Jokers, the food Jokers, we said normally can't become Eternal. So then they don't show up in the Eternal challenge either, where we have all Eternals. So something that I thought could be kind of fun to explore, normally you can't get Eternals from Judgment and from, Riffraff and that sort of thing. So what if we do that? What if we, instead of buying any of these Eternal Jokers that show up in the shop, let's focus on getting Jokers from Judgment Tarot card exclusively. That's it. That's the challenge. Let's jump into it. All right, so the first round is nothing special, right? So maybe I'm looking for, if I get rid of this stuff here, a high straight, or at least higher cards. Maybe I'll make a flush. Yeah, so I got ace, queen, 10 here. Maybe I'll dig for a king and a jack. This is further away from what I was looking for, so maybe if I discard something like this, I can try to find a pair. Any pair of face cards, or another ace for a full house. There we go. So we got 2 aces and 3 sevens, no problem. All right, now in the second round, I do know I can win the second round in just 2 hands, and I can even beat the boss with 2 hands if they're 2 good enough hands. So I don't need right away, I don't need any kind of scoring help, any kind of scoring Joker. Though maybe, some concern is in future rounds I will need that kind of scoring help. And so maybe the way that I get that is by taking an Arcana pack. And like I said, we are hoping to get the Judgment Tarot. Here, since it's a jumbo Arcana, we have 5 different choices, so we have a better chance of finding the Judgment. So I'm going to go ahead and crack this open here, because I don't know in the future if there's going to be an Arcana pack in the next shop. All right, so we do get the judgment that we're looking for. Normally I would opt for, even in this situation, even with no jokers, would normally prefer something like, hangman for card removal is usually what I prefer, though emperor here is also fine. But since I am committing to not buying any jokers from the shop, I will take it while it's offered. So here we go, judgment for the first time. I will say, as far as different things that we could hit, this is one of the better ones. So it is a common joker. It's not going to be the most powerful, most scoring joker, but for now it is a very powerful early game joker, normally costing $5 for this, giving a total of up to 20 mult. Something to keep in mind about these suit jokers, you can very easily, very consistently find any flush all of the time, but to find a specific flush, it may be harder than you realize. And so to find specifically spade flushes every time, when people say, oh, I didn't draw the cards that I needed, well, maybe the thing that you were going for was a little bit ambitious. And that's how I feel about, these kind of suit jokers here. And so maybe something that you can do early on, you don't actually need the full 20 mult, you don't actually need the full spade flush, you can just go for any straight that has one spade will get twice as many points. It goes from 4 mult to 8 mult if you add just 1 plus 4. So for example, in the next round here, I could, already with 3 spades, try to go for the spade flush, or I think another perfectly viable option, here 8, 7, 6, I could try to go for a straight. If I was going for a straight, I would not keep the 4, right? So if I keep the 4, then it's like, okay, well, all we need is the 5 to complete the straight. Well, there's only 4 5s left in the deck. And so maybe if I do this, then it's kind of open-ended where I can either go, 10 and 9, or I can go 9 and 5, or I can go 5 and, maybe it's not impossible for me to find another 4. But I will go for the spade flush because I already have 3 in hand, and so that makes it much easier for me to find the rest. Okay, off to a great start here, I think. So I've got a mix of clubs and spades, so I'll discard the clubs looking for one more spade. Maybe one more time discarding for spades, though there is, this straight that has started to develop here, so I could get either a jack or a 6. Let's check here. There are 9 spades left, and then there's only 3 jacks and 3 6s. So, most of the time, once you've already committed to a flush, then it is best to continue down that line. We did get it just barely. All right, in the next round, I do feel, like I said, this is powerful. This is going to give us all of our scoring needs for the next, 3 rounds almost. And so I don't feel the pressure to make any additional purchases. I don't need this Arcana pack, for example. Maybe I'm questioning whether or not I should take this hieroglyph. -1 ante, in theory that's going to reduce all of the scoring thresholds in the future. Also, if you have -1 ante, then that also gives you access to an extra voucher, right? Because you get to repeat one of the antes. I think maybe something that I'm concerned about, normally you can kind of get jokers that give you money, or at least give you some kind of value, and maybe a thing that I'm concerned about is generating enough money. And so this early in ante 1, the -1 hand per round, I'm not sure if I'm ready to commit to that for the entire run. Or maybe, something that I'm concerned about is if I just have random jokers from judgment cards, maybe I'm not going to have the most synergistic jokers. And maybe I'm going to need 2 or 3 hands in order to score each round. Maybe I can't just win in one hand every time. And so maybe the -1 hand per round, I'm not able to work within that. And so You know, we've talked before about the black deck. For a lot of folks, the black deck, it can be hard to get off the ground. And so this is what we're saying here. This is -1 hand per round. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'd rather just save my money for interest and then go next. This is great, by the way, having the spade debuff on the first boss. You know, obviously, okay, my Joker is not going to do anything here. But, you know, for one, I don't need it. I can get 600 points with, you know, just 2 300-point hands, or, you know, 2 5-card hands and 1 kind of small hand. And then in the future, for the rest of the run, this boss will not show up anymore. So that's perfect for us, or at least I feel that way. I've got 3 aces here, so I am interested in looking for something like a full house. If you have the 2 pair, I don't like going for the full house because, you know, it's hard to find that 1 out of 4 remaining cards. But if you already have the 3 of a kind, it's pretty easy to find just a random pair. Or at least it should be in theory. Discard looking for a pair. How many queens, jacks, 9s, 4s, 2s? Yeah, I'm going to throw all this way looking for a different pair. Okay, 10s and aces is fine. A little bit less than 300, so I am going to need some more hands here. So I'm looking at this, I'm seeing we've used up a lot of diamonds so far, and so maybe there is a consideration for going for the clubs, or if there's 4 diamonds in hand, 5 in the deck, maybe we should go for the diamonds instead. I think we have a better chance of hitting the clubs than we have of hitting the diamonds. I'm gonna go for the diamonds. If I hit it, I want to have enough cards left over to make a different hand also. So maybe I throw the clubs away here and try to draw the clubs later. So we did get the diamonds. Off to kind of a rocky start, but we're still alive. And then now, functionally, any hand should work. It better, because that's all I have left in the tank. Yikes. I mean, we did struggle a bit there. We did whiff on the full house. Took us, you know, more than average number of discards. But that's okay. I think we can still struggle our way through this. There's that hieroglyph coming back around. Okay, I said I wasn't interested in it, taking it before, you know, if the $10 was going to cost me interest. But maybe now I could be interested in it if I'm able to get above $30. So, you know, give it 2 rounds. Let it marinate. Let's see if that's something that we want later. Alright, so now I am looking for the spades. We've got our Wrathful Joker fully unlocked. So here, 2 pairs probably not enough, even with the +8. So let's continue looking for 1 more spade. Okay. And then that's 1,700 points is enough to win the next 2 rounds. As long as I keep hitting the spade flush, which like I said is not guaranteed. I'm going to save my money for the voucher. Gonna go next. Okay, so now is the situation where, you know, I only have 2 spades, so it's going to be harder for me to find the spade flush. Or maybe we just need 1 more and then draw it right away, I guess. I guess that's allowed. I'll allow it if you're going to give it to me. Alright, now we're cooking. Now we've got the money. And so maybe now we can afford the hieroglyph. So the -1 hand hurts us in a couple of different ways. So one way that it hurts us, the main way that I think about is we just have less income. We have 1 less hand, 1 less dollar per round. And I'm not going to be able to get any income from jokers. Second way that I think about is sometimes we use our hands as discards, use our hands to dig, and so it's going to be harder for me to find my spades if I need to. I think we could still be okay. I am interested in trying to get another joker as soon as possible, and so maybe Arcana packs have a little bit more than average value to me, and so maybe this Arcana pack is worth losing interest. Maybe this is worth $7 to me. Alright, so I didn't get the Judgment, but maybe that's fine. Maybe what I see... Okay, I have to choose. Do I want a gold card, or do I want to help with the consistency here and get extra spades? Maybe I'll go 10, 8, 7 into spades. And that opens us up to, you know, in the future, if I just have random jokers, non-synergistic jokers, something that I might be concerned about is scoring enough points. And so maybe what I want to set up in the future is, instead of going for just flushes, maybe build towards straight flushes or something else. Some other kind of higher scoring flush variant. So here with the 10, 8, 7 maybe makes it a little bit easier. Not a lot easier, but a little bit easier to get straight flushes, and maybe we can build towards that in the end. Alright, the boss here is now 600 points, so I don't need a spade flush, but maybe it's not too hard for us to find a spade flush, in theory. Okay. I was really hoping I would get to play a full house with 2 spades, or, you know, get to play, I don't know, a straight with 2 spades. But if you're just going to give me the flush every time, I'm not going to complain, if it's that free. Alright, Arcana packs other priority, looking for a Judgment card, or Fool for spades. Death can make more spades. We said the, you know, 10, 8, 7, maybe we'll make another 9. And get rid of one of these low cards. Another option is to make an 8, and then maybe instead of going for straight flushes, we can go for flush houses. I'm kind of into that. So, you know, kind of the difference between flush houses versus straight flushes. Straight flushes, I could start leveling up now. I could open Arcana pack, it could have a Neptune, and I can start leveling it now. Flush houses will start higher base, but then I can't buy any of the planet cards until I actually play the hand one time. I only have to play it one time to unlock it, but I still have to play it one time. And so if I had a Fool card here, if it generated a World card that I could hold on to, then I would wait until mid-round and then use it to force a flush house, and then that way I can unlock it. But here in this position, if I turn this 3 into an 8 and I have the 3 8s of spades, I'm never going to draw them. It's not actually going to happen. And so maybe what we do instead is we make the extra 9 for the straight flushes instead of flush houses. And I think that's going to be my end game. My end game is going to be straight flushes. And since we have the extra money, the shopping here with the re-rolling is going to be devalued because we're not buying any jokers from the shop, and the booster packs are going to be then more valuable, especially if we have less synergistic jokers. You know, maybe I want more celestial packs for scoring. Alright, these do not look like the types of things that I'm currently interested in, though maybe, you know, of these options I like Saturn the best. So it sort of has the highest scaling numbers, and it's pretty easy to throw a couple spades into a straight. And let's go next. Alright, cards previously played are debuff. This is pretty awkward honestly with the Wrathful Joker, because if we're playing a lot of spades, a lot of spade flushes, this could work against us. We'll see. So I did get the upgraded straights, right? Maybe what I want to do is go for a straight. Maybe what I want to do is go for a 3 here. So trying to draw the 3 is the same difficulty as trying to draw a full house, right? If you have 2 pair and you've got, okay, I draw 1 out of 4. Probably going for the spade flush is easier, but like I said, I don't want to use up all of my spades before the boss. So I think I am going to take a little risk here and look for the 3. I think if we do, it'll protect us better for the future. If we do get the straight with the 2 spades, that should be 800 points. That should be a one-shot. All right, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, that's fine. So if I discard like this, I can try to get an 8 or a 3, of which I have some options. I forgot that I removed a 3. I just turned a 3 into an 8. All right, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is this actually going to be enough points? So normally, you know, let's say we've got a straight with 4 mult. Is this kind of straight would probably be like 250 points. And then so if I add, this is from 4 to 10 is plus 150%, right? So it's about 2.5 times. What's 2.5 times 250? Is that going to be more than 800? I think there's a chance. Yeah. I guess another way to think of it is if we go up to 10 mult, then all we need is 80 chips. So maybe that's fine. This is huge. This is the juice right here. We've got the world. You know, I did mention trying to go for straight flushes, but maybe now if I have this technology, maybe I use it to go for the flush house now. Let's go Arcana pack first. All right, $2 rebate with the Temperance is probably better than any of this stuff here. I don't need to use the world right away, so I'm going to hold on to it. I will use the Temperance. Then, since I had the extra money, let's look for more spades here. For example, a 4 of spades is perfectly reasonable, I think. Also, steel is pretty good. Steel pretty good with Wrathful Joker because we get the plus mult before the X mult from the steel card, so that's a pretty good combo. But I'm really interested in this purple seal. I think, you know, in general, purple seal is very powerful. This early purple seal is pretty powerful, so maybe I will be taking that instead. Especially if I don't have any value generating jokers, maybe I want value generation in the deck. And so, you know, people ask me all the time, not every time, but often people ask me, oh, I can't wait, he's gonna do the jokerless challenge. Well, this is not technically jokerless, but this will be close to it. And so, you know, similar kind of strategies there. In the jokerless challenge, I think getting your economy online, getting some kind of value generating online is very difficult and then very important. And so purple seal going to be very important for the jokerless challenge. And then we'll be taking it here as well. All right, let's try playing not that many spades. Or let's try the flush house. Do I want to use the world now, or do I want to save it for the boss? Because I can play some spades now, and then for the boss, I can play different cards and turn them into spades. Maybe that's the move. So let's dig for some spades, actually. Like these. I guess one thing that's like kind of awkward is as long as I hold on to this world here, I'm not able to get another world. Here we go. It's time. Big money, no whammies. Honestly, legit. Misprint, legit. All right, I'm into it. Let's go standard pack looking for more spades. Ooh, that's a spade. If I ever, that's a spade. That counts, right? Let's go Celestial Pack, looking for, I guess at this point, flushes, looking for Jupiter. There we go. All right. Okay, so we got, do we make this 2 into spades? I think we don't need to. Do we use the world? So what kind of pairs do I have? I have a pair of 10s of spades, pair of 9s. I have a couple 8s and 7s of spades. I'm trying to think if I want to use the world, because like I said, as long as I'm holding on to it, I can't create more of them. I think that's fine. I think what we do here is we discard looking for a pair of spades or looking for an extra king of spades. Hermit is nice. Alright, let's keep looking for more spades. Okay, so there are 2 10s of spades and 2 7s of spades. Between those, I would rather hit the 7 than the 10. So I'm actually going to discard the 10 here, looking for 7 of spades. Or 2 8s of spades, of which I have 3. Dang. Ah, shucks. Well, I will hit all 3 of these kings. That'll be useful in the future. We could always try the flush house again another time. Or maybe we don't need to do the flush house, maybe we'll just stick with flushes. It is pretty big upside though. Alright, I'm going to start with the Arcana pack. Fool for another world. I mean, that's got to be the move. There's no way that's wrong. Do I want something like Tarot Merchant? So I don't want any jokers from the shop, and so maybe Tarot Merchant makes it easier for me to find tarot cards in the shop. I think that is exactly what we want. I think that's perfect. I think I don't need to pick this up. Do I want to re-roll once since I have the money? Bummer. Rocket's pretty neat. Even as an Eternal, even as a joker that you can't ever sell, I feel fine keeping it until the very end. I will take the Priestess here, and I'm not going to reroll because my consumable slots are full. So let's go next, saving our money for booster packs. This is kind of rude. Boss says no discards, but I think as long as we hit the spade flush, we'll be fine. Though maybe something to be concerned about, we only have the 3 hands because we took the hieroglyph voucher. Alright, I know a flush will win. Do I want to try to do something fancy regardless? So, you know, maybe what I'll do is discard these. And then again, look for the kings or the 8s. Let's try that. Alright, so I got 7s and 6s. If I want a flush house, I can do it straight up right now. And I think I do want that, so that I can go ahead and unlock the planet cards. So let's... I'm going to discard one of these because I don't need that many. Alright, do I want to hit up... Yeah. I guess what I should have done is, instead of throwing the 7 of spades, thrown something else. I was thinking about, if I did draw the 8, I would want to use the world on the 8 instead of the 6s, but I wasn't accounting for, well, I get the 8 here and I can turn it, but then that's it, right? I don't have the other 8. I would need to draw 2 8s. Oh well. So here's the world. We'll use the Priestess as well. Okay. Ship it. And then so already there you can see the flush house much higher than the flush. So like 3 times as many chips, 2 times as much mult. That's 6 times as much score without, and that's not counting the planet cards also give you twice as many chips and, you know, twice as much mult and stuff like that. That's going to be our end game. Forget about straight flushes. Alright, let's go smaller Arcana pack first. Another world. Okay. Sure. So, what do we want to do then? Do Do I want to hit aces or fours? I think I'm going to hit the aces. And maybe the jack? Yeah. So something that I'm thinking about, I have the 4 kings, so probably I want to turn the queen and possibly these jacks into kings. I don't want to turn kings into aces generally, though maybe it's not impossible to do that. These, if I made the 4s, they're a little bit further away from, you know, turning into 7s perhaps. These 7s, probably I want to turn them into 8s, or maybe turn these 8s into 9s. I don't know, something like that. Fool for more world. Where are we at? So we're here. Okay. Do I want death to make another purple card? Kinda. Do we have enough spades? That's what the question is. 27 out of 54, that's half of our deck is spades. For the boss, we need, I want to say 1.5 flushes, depending on how we roll with the misprint. The world would just like make it so safe. I think we take the extra world here because it's safer. Though definitely the extra purple seal is higher upside. Do I need to upgrade any of these? Let's, actually I can't use it because of the fool, right? So yeah, let's just sell and then pick up the world. Now, do I want to reroll? Go down to 31? Sure. All right, great. Good talk. Go next. All right, so I don't need a flush house. I just need a flush. And so maybe what I'm looking for is, how do I get more repeats? So I have 3 8s. I would like to make 1 more 8. I have maybe queens I want to convert. That way I can turn them into kings later. I can make 1 more ace. So this jack is not it. The 8 is what I want, maybe. So discard like this. All right, we got a queen here. I'm gonna discard the jack and the queen. Trying to find my purple seals. Am I in a position to just play a hand as a way of discarding cards? I don't think I have that much comfort, let's say. So let's go ahead and play the spades. Nice. So we do need, yeah, I guess on the boss here, like I said, depending on how we roll with the misprint, I said 1.5 hands. It's actually closer to 2 hands is what we need. I mean, we can get it. We can get 2 flushes. If I got another world card, would that be too greedy? Is that too much of an ask to get another world card? Because then that's an auto win against the boss. Let's go. I'm going to go Arcana first in case there's a fool. I can copy the Hermit. Or is it time? Is it time for big money? No whammies? This is better when you have more hands, which we don't. I'm not going to say it's the worst thing that could have happened, but you know, it could be better too. Now, do we want to start taking flush houses or do we want to level up flushes? I think, you know, for the purposes of this boss, it takes us 2 hands regardless. If we get the upgraded Jupiter, I think it's still going to take us 2 hands. And so, or like 1.5 hands. I think I want to start leveling up my flush house for the end game. Definitely, I feel comfortable I can hit flush houses. Though maybe that's hubris, I don't know. Let's reroll looking for a world card. Sun is not it. Sun is just as not it as it was before. I could re-roll down to 30, sure, and then go next. Alright, so I'm not going to be greedy. I'm just, if you give me a flush, I'm going to play it. And I need another one of those. What I need is, I need to hit three spades right now. Maybe if I do it like this, I have the pair of fives as a backup in an emergency, because I do have, you know, some chips here and some mult here if I need to make 1,000 points in an emergency. Okay, or they're just gonna be nice to us. I know technically we have 30 spades in the deck, but there's a good chance that we don't hit the spades there. Like, there's a good chance that we lose already. Alright, I got good news. I got good news. We don't have to face the water anymore. That's it. Alright, but now what? Let's... Alright, discounted. We get the clearance sale is great. Hierophant is not bad. Hierophant is not bad. You know, if we have potentially sketchy scoring from our jokers, then we can get the bonus cards. We're not able to take buffoon packs. I don't think we reroll here because I don't want to go below 25. So we'll just go next. 6,000 I know for sure I can do with 2 flushes or 1 flush house. The 6,000 here I'm a little bit concerned about. We'll see. We'll see what we get, you know, in terms of like more planet cards from the shop. So let's just find a flush, I guess. Are we at the point where we can afford to level up the square? I think we are. Alright, so we did the square. Hey, you know what? We could. Here's 2 pair. It's not a flush, but it's got some spades. It's legit. Is that greedy? every hand I'm gonna ask, is it greedy? Well, let me think about it. Let me cook. Let's see here. We got 4 sevens, 4 kings. So I said, you know, I'm potentially not interested in turning my kings into aces, but turning sevens into eights is not bad because I have 4 eights. So if I do something like this, let's say I go turn these sevens into bonus cards and then ship the 2 pair. And then we roll 0 on the misprint. You jerk. This is a straight flush, which is worth more than a flush. Alright, we're good. The misprint betrayed us, but we're good. Ooh, temperance for $5. Sure. Why not? Maybe I can find one more purple card? Ah, that's okay. Alright, no whammies. Ooh, 22. Nice. I mean, we didn't need it, but respect. Alright, I mean, Chariot is definitely the kind of technology that I would be interested in. Especially if I have, definitely, you know, combos with Wrathful Joker, works with these higher mult hands. So 17 mult flush house instead of just 6 mult flush. I mean, obviously, you know, we could level up the flush, but it's not going to get that high. So I am interested in a steel card, and I do also want to take the Neptune card. I said probably straight flushes are not what we're going for, but we do have, you know, all of these 9s and 8s and 7s, and so, you know, maybe a 6 through 10 flush house is not insane. Standard packs, I'm probably not interested in adding too many cards to the deck, so maybe I don't even want to look. I mean, they're only $3, right? Maybe, yeah, just reroll instead. Interesting. Pluto we don't need. I don't need to go down to $26. I'm going to save my money for booster packs in the next shop. Alright, 9,000 is 2 flushes. Let's look for 2 flushes. Okay, I mean, we do have the bonus cards, so that helps. What card do we make into steel, he asks. Proposal, suggestion, let's put it on the 9s, because the 9s, I've got 4 spades, 9s, I even have an extra 9 here, and so that's a card that I'm likely to want to hold on to. Hold on to the 9 looking for a flush house, so we'll hit up the 9 here, and we'll play the flush. This shouldn't win, right? Well, damn. We did high roll on the misprint there. That wasn't supposed to, damn it. Okay. I was hoping I would be able to get more discards and, you know, get the purples. Or, you know, potentially upgrade the square. This square is so tough. With 3 hands, it's so tough. Celestial pack. Looking for series. Maybe before I do that, let's reroll in case there's another planet in the shop. Great, so Saturn, Uranus here. Strength helps a lot for making flush houses. So I do want to have that for later. I'm going to open the Celestial pack now that there's 2 planets. Blocking repeats allows me to pick up series here. All right, now we're cooking. Now I'm feeling better. All right, how do flush house? That's the question. How do? Because I have 2 aces. All I got to do is hit a triple. So like an 8 can turn into a 9. That's possible. I have lots of 8s and lots of 9s. In theory. Okay. These 8s are going to become 9s, straight up. Is there anything else I want to be digging for? Maybe? I don't know. So these 8s are 9s now? And these 9s are bonus cards now? And this is a flush house? And I get plus 24 chips? See, as long as we hit those, as long as we hit the flush house, we're good now. And we got the 9s. We got the 6 9s. All right. Okay, we definitely take the paintbrush. And now it's time. What's it gonna be? Joker number 4. Gross. Wait. What if... What if we get like 8 wild cards? Would that be wild? Would that be possible? It could work. I mean, it starts with 1. You don't get to 8 until you start with 1, right? No, I think I actually want the chariot. So I'm feeling better about being able to draw the hand, being able to find the hand. And if I can find the hand, what I really need is then just to improve my scoring numbers. And so maybe the steel card that I'm interested in is a 6 because I can turn it into a 7 as opposed to an ace. Actually, maybe I want to do a 7, but it's already a bonus card and I don't want to lose that. Alright, next Arcana pack. Death card. Or, hear me out. No, I think we can get more judgment cards later. It's only anti-5. We'll get another Joker later. Don't worry about it. The reason why I want the death card is just for consistency. And so I am interested in getting an extra 9. So here's what it's going to look like. We've got this many 9s. We're trying to draw 3 9s. And then any pair, of which we have plenty of pairs. Alright, let's go next. 11,000, that's easy. All we got to do is hit the flush 5. Not flush 5, flush house. Priestess for series. Close. I'll take a Neptune. I'm not going to scoff at it. Right, because, you know, straight flush already, 180 times 14 is good enough. So, I mean, all we got to do is draw an 8 and a 5 or a 10. Okay. So, the way that we get the flush house is by drawing nines. That's it. What's the backup? That's it? Do I have... Maybe I have... Wait a second. Sorry, how do I read this again? So I have one more 10 of spades and I have one more 6 of spades. So those are kind of the same. So I'll keep the 6. Boom. We got it. Since we got this now, do we want to go square? And I think we do. It's time to go square. So on one hand, this is like pretty big technology. Like if I know that I can one shot with a flush house, then I can use my extra hands to level up the square more easily than if I was trying to play 2 flushes. On the other hand, because the flush house is, the base is so high already, the chips from the square are not actually going to matter in the end. But technically, yeah, technically we could level up the square. It's not going to matter, but we can. Though, you know, using the extra hands does allow me to dig and then save my discard for this purple seal, just like we, you know, hashtag calculated. And then pick up this hermit card. You know what they're going to say? They're going to say, he can't keep getting away with it. But I think we've proven that we can, and I will. Alright, Arcana pack. I'm going to reroll first in case there's tarot cards that I want to use. Hierophant is great. Well, it's good enough. Hierophant is good enough. Alright, Lovers is not bad. Lovers is perfectly serviceable. Maybe I can turn this 9 into another 9. What's the boss say again? Face down after played. That's a non-issue. Now is it time for another Joker? Yeah. Let's see. What can we get? Give me a vampire. Give me a consolation. Give me a slide Joker. Technically this is compatible. Technically this is compatible with a flush house. This is going to be like, I don't know, plus 10% of our score. Every little bit helps. Go next. All commons except for Flower Pot. Damn. It would have been fun if they were all commons. Flower Pot, get out of here. No one likes you. Alright, do I want to hit the 8 with the Lovers? I definitely want to get rid of all of these, get rid of the 5. I don't need the 10. Maybe I'll do something like this. Maybe I'll do something like this and just play the 4 for the square. Save my discards. Save my discards just like that. So here, ace, 10, 8, 5, and 2. I can discard all these. If I do discard these, let's use the Hierophant instead of the Lovers. Yeah, I only have the 2 8s of spades because I turned some 8s into 9s. So I don't necessarily want to use the Lovers here. I will use the Hierophant though. Yeah, maybe I'll throw away the 8 here. And that's it. Fool for an extra Hierophant? Nah. Alright, if I discard like this, I can try to find the 9. If I play like this, I can try to level up the square. Alright, so I got the 9s and I got the kings here. Do I want to use the Lovers on a 10? Not really. Not super excited about that. Though if I don't use it now, I'm going to use it later. Let's use our discards and see what we get. That's what we should do. Actually, we should be using our discards. You know, do I want Lovers on any of these? Wild Queen? wild queen, which could turn into a king, maybe? I'm just gonna use it to get rid of it, so I can stop looking at it. But not really what I was hoping to hit there, to be honest. Okay. Magician I'm okay with. Let's go Celestial Pack first. I want to try to hit series twice using the Fool. Do I go Neptune twice? Instead of flush houses, go straight flushes? Straight flushes are hard. They make my brain hurt, to be honest. Let's just pick up the Magician here and roll a little bit. Would I rather have the Magician or the Priestess for the random planet? I'll just go next. Alright, so this is the one where, you know, if I do play some stuff for the square, the cards are going to be drawn face down, and so I want to find my hand first and then get fancy after. So let's start by discarding these that I don't need, definitely. Okay, so I've got kings and maybe potentially try to draw sevens. Let's go ahead and go lucky 7. So I have more kings, I have more sevens. I could try to get the 9s if I just draw 3 9s straight up. Moon is useless. Alright. Do we throw the kings or the 9s? Or sorry, kings or 7s? I think we keep the 7s, right? Alright, so I got the 9s. I've got... You know what's pretty cool about having the paintbrush, the extra hand size? I can hold on to these 5 and still play 4 and do some square stuff. Let's do that. So I play like this. Oh no. What is all this? Oh. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and ship the flush house. Alright, show me the planets. Show me series. Yes. Yes. Now we have unlimited power. Ooh, $9 temperance. Or, hear me out, are you feeling lucky? I'm feeling... Fine. Fine. Alright, let's re-roll one time. Reroll one more time. Let's save our money. Alright, 20,000 is no problem. All I gotta do is find the thing. So I guess let's discard first. Let's not be greedy. Alright, so we got the 9s. I just need any pair. Now let's be greedy. Let's go play 4. Okay, so I got the flush house. I even have a steel card if I want it. Let's play 4. And then discard. Ooh, we got both purples? Wait, is that... I just have 2 purples, right? Yeah. Ooh, I can make a gold card. Alright, what's it gonna be? Gold card. This one? So, you know, what I'm always suggesting. Put on a card you never want to discard. Nines, we always hold nines. Like this steel 9 here. So I'm going to make a gold 9. There we go. Alright, we leveled it up twice, right? We got 2 series cards. So now, I guess, you know, with the steel cards, it was worth about 2 times as much. So now our base is, you know, about 35,000. Extra gold card, I'm into it. Spectral pack, maybe. Before I open these, I have a decent amount of money, so I'm going to re-roll for more tarot cards. One more time? Okay. Huh? Where were you 10 years ago, Mr. Wraith? Normally I don't. Normally I say, you know, set your money to 0. Like, how much is a rare joker worth? A random rare joker? You know, is it worth it to lose? If you got $15, would you do it? If you got $10, would you do it? For me, the answer is no. If I got $37, normally no, but I would if I could here. I don't need this either, so we just skip. Arcana pack. Maybe I have more money than I thought, so I can afford to re-roll one more time. Poop. The boss debuffs face cards, that's non-issue. I'm gonna save the gold card because I can just use it next round. Do I? So, I mean, obviously you could get 20 bucks. The question is, what is $20 worth? Right? Normally what you spend money on, you spend the money on re-rolling in the shop. Like, your first $5 or $10 you spend on booster packs every time, and then so the additional money doesn't actually matter. The additional money is only for rerolls, and currently our rerolls, you know, we're not able to buy any jokers, so maybe this glass card is worth more than this $20. And maybe what I want to do is I want to make a glass king, and then so in the final round I can use that for scoring the glass card. Like, ×2 mult, that's got to be worth more than 20 bucks, right? He says that as a question, but he knows the answer is yes. Alright, let's look for 7s, right? Okay, we've done it. Normally I would want to play this to level up the square, but I don't want to break it, so I'm just going to discard it. Let's do this. Let's play a 9 to level up the square. I don't want to use my last discard. I want to try to find the 8 and get both purples. Or maybe that's greedy. I mean, we got plenty of 9s, right? We should be able to find a 9 if I discard here. Okay, we did find a 9, by the way. Yeah, what do I want to make into gold? Let's decide later. Let's get rid of this 7 and then decide later if I want to make this 7 into gold here. Yay, 64 chips. Yay. No, wait. Am I gonna make a 3 into gold? I'm not. I'll make an ace into gold. That makes me sad though. I would have wanted to be a 7. Maybe we get lucky? Ah, never lucky. Boo. Okay, Celestial pack. Before we go Celestial, let's re-roll for planet cards in the shop. Not like that. This is $10, so I guess I do it right now. There's no way we play flushes anymore. Flushes are worth 0 points. I guess we go Neptune. So we've got 2 hands that score enough, score a decent amount. By the way, if you go to the collection here, the Flush House and the Neptune here, they have the same scaling numbers. So even though they start out at different numbers, in the long term, after you have like level 6 or 7, they're basically the same. So if we go back here, you know, these are close enough. Maybe just one planet apart. Debuff face cards, what does that look like? Looks like I discard all these. Fool for Neptune? We could do better. We'll hold on to that. Okay, kings, maybe I could get duplicates of. Discard like this. Alright, so I have my 9s. I just need a pair. Any pair. Pair is probably 7s, but possibly kings. Do I need a steel card in order to hit the 40k? Maybe? Do I go for... Nope, it's too late for the straight flush. We already threw away the 10. I'm gonna ditch these 4. Alright, what do we got? Alright, so we got the perfect hand, right? We got the 9s and the 7s and the steel and the gold. Do we want to tempt fate with the square? I think not. I think I'll just discard looking for the purple. Oh, I guess it didn't matter because if we get the purple, we have no discards anyway. Alright, here we go. Flush house with the steel should be plenty. Plenty. Alright, without the steel though, we don't survive there, by the way. So I'm looking for more Exmalt. You know, possibly this glass card. We are in ante-7. So we don't have a long way to go, but we do have a bit to go. Extra discard is huge. Extra discard for our purple seals. Maybe we can even play Flush House twice. Is that insane to try to do that? Series here. And then with the Fool series again. Okay, now we only need 1 Flush House instead of 2. So I feel much safer. Let's Arcana looking for a Fool. Okay. I think we make the steel card. It gives us an extra 9, so it's easier for us to find our flush house. And then also, you know, the steel is going to be more consistent than making a glass card. That's what the consideration is, by the way. Glass card or death. I think we go death here for the steel. Alright, now let's try to get another series card. Not like that. Save our money for interest. This boss helps us, I think. We'll see. Alright, I just need 9s. That's the technology. Here's some 9s. What else do I want to go with my 9s? You want a side of kings with that? 72. Alright, same number of kings as I have 7s, except I have a lucky 7, right? Fancy 7. Ship it. Alright, now we do... I'm gonna discard a 9. 1, because I have extra 9s, and 2, because it'll give me like a better chance of getting the pair. We did get the pair of jacks, so that's fine. That's good enough. We can discard like this now. That gives us the purple. That gives us gold card. That gives us a steel card. Great. Jupiter we don't need at all. Lovers if we want it. 1, 2, 3, 4, steel 9. Yeah, so if we don't have the steel card there, we score, you know, like 4,500 or something like that. All right, gold card is fine. What was the last tarot card that you remember me using? It was death, wasn't it? I'm gonna go Celestial Pack first. Series, yeah. Alright, now show me a Fool. Strength is not wrong, because I can hit these kings, and then they'll turn into aces, and that's better than just having the kings. Though, maybe I want the extra glass. Like I said, you know, final boss considerations. I think I want the glass. I think we have enough consistency. I think we want to go for scoring. So we'll pick up the glass card here. And then, yeah, might as well, do I need the lovers? You know, do I need to hit the 9 here? Maybe. Maybe not. I do want the gold card. Judgment again, sad. Uranus also sad. Next. Alright, what's it look like? We got a 9 here. So we discard 3 and 8 here. Okay, so I have 2 aces already. So now I'm just looking for my 9s. There are some 9s. Go again. Alright, so I got 9s and aces here. I even drew a 3rd ace so I can keep the gold one. Do we try to get cheeky? Do we try to get a little square? I do, at the very least, I do want to discard. I'm trying to decide if I need the steel card or not. I think I might, so I'm just gonna play it safe. So maybe I play an ace, and which flavor 9 do we want to use? I think that's fine if I do it like this. I can even make this jack into gold. If I knew for certain we could score without the steel card, then I would have leveled up the square card, but I knew that we needed the steel card. By the way, you know, for this boss here, even with the steel card, maybe we don't have 70k. Maybe we do need 2 flush houses. That's kind of stressful, to be honest. Let's pass on these. Celestial Pack series again. Okay, that helps. That helps. That makes me feel slightly better. Ah, look at that. It's beautiful. It's negative. Pass. We could go one more. Hierophant is good enough. Good enough. It's not super exciting. So I can discard this. And I can discard this. Discard one more. Any chance of me finding a purple one? So like, you know, if I do something like this, maybe I could try to find a purple card. Yeah. Yeah, discard purple. I can use the Hierophant, right? I could just go 9s and 7s. Death card helps. Death card makes me feel better. I am just gonna make another steel card. I could spend $1 to play a hand, and I will. I want to get the steel 9 or the glass cards. Yeah. Okay, steel 9 here. And then lucky 7, couple 9s here, plenty of steel cards. Ship it. Could have sold Pluto for an extra $1 for, you know, extra interest. So there, that worked, right? Like we got a ton of points there, but that was because we had the extra hand size because of the boss ability, and we had the extra steel cards. You know, no guarantees on the final boss that we'll get the steel ones. You know, something that's kind of interesting. Flush House is almost our most played hand. You know, it almost caught up to flushes, though our high card is a little bit high because we've been doing the square a little bit. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to pass on the telescope. Arcana pack, we can go ahead. Strength. So now I do have those 2 glass kings. I am thinking about, you know, turning a king into an ace, but I guess it's off the table now. Well, I don't want to hit one king and not the other. I want to have both kings, both glass kings possibly. Is there something else that I want to change? 7s? No. 6s maybe, turn 6s into 7s. 10s into jacks, not really. Maybe I just go Empress. Except all my cards are enhanced already. Okay, 10 and 5, whatever. We could skip. We don't have to do anything there. Let's go next. All cards debuffed until one joker. What? What do you mean? What? That's rude. Okay. 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 I'm in shambles. We're ruined, right? Like what happens if I do this? What happens if I play the flush house? Because I'm not even going to get any Wrathful Joker value, right? Let's try to level up the square as much as we can. Misprint, you better deliver. You punk. Alright, we can discard the 8 here. Wheel? Okay. Polychrome wheel? Nah. Nah, no way. Discard like this. Death. Is there any way that death helps us against the boss? For now, I'm just gonna play these and this just to level up the square. Discard again. Alright, if you want we can make another 9. Steel 9. Alright, do I need both 9s? Do I need just one 9? To get 40,000, we only need one 9. And then that way we get the gold, we get the money. Okay, Celestial Pack better deliver. As long as we get 2 more series cards, we're fine. Just 2 more series cards. That's 1. That's you know, that's 1. Let's open the Arcana pack, looking for Jumbo. It's got 5, show me a fool. Okay, money or card removal or random tarot. Do we want / need the card removal is a question. I think I do. I think if the boss is going to debuff my cards and I'm going to need 2 flush houses, then 2 flush houses is probably maybe within my reach, but it's a little bit easier if I remove cards. So I'm gonna remove cards instead of taking the 20 bucks here. It's a bummer we can't use those glass cards. Now I'm mad. I might be a little bit mad. Alright, go next. Purple, sure, I guess. Tower? Okay. Devil? Sure. Let's play some nines. Square really has to deliver. Otherwise we're boned. Alright. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Oh, so here's a steel card. I want to have at least one steel card. Okay, I got some more steel cards. Okay. Is there anything I want to make gold for right now? Like this 7, I guess? I mean, this is the last round, right? So might as well, doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that's enough points. Do I need 2? I'll do it this way just to play it safe. I wasn't paying attention. I'm so mad about the boss, I wasn't paying attention to how many points I got. Okay, yeah, it's plenty of points. Wait, is it? If we had one less steel card, it would be 2/3 of this amount. It would be 80k. It'd be barely enough. Alright, I feel good about having the extra steel. You know, of course, we calculated it, we knew. Let's hold on the Arcana pack. Let's find another series card. I mean, I'm not mad about this. World helps. Maybe I'll play 3 flush houses. What about that? What do you think about that? I try not to think about that. Alright, now we'll go Arcana. We get punished if there's a hermit in here and we didn't double our money. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, that's on me. Alright. Does strength help us make flush houses? That's the question. I can make a 6 into a 7. That's helpful. I can make... Jacks don't do anything. Do I want to turn a 6 into a 7? Do I want to turn 2 jacks into 2 queens? That's nothing. Do I just want the money for a reroll, shop reroll? I'm going to turn a 6 into a 7. It's not glorious, but whatever. We do have the world though, so I could think about maybe I go 2 6s into 2 7s. Yeah, actually I feel better about that now. Let's go ahead and ship it. Okay. And then go next. Okay. Well, rude. So I do have some 9s. And if I'm gonna make flush houses, you know, 9s, that's the move. So let's just discard here. So I have 2 jacks. And I can play some 9s for a flush house. How many of these is it gonna take? It is gonna take 3. Ooh, okay. That's fine, that's fine. We got it. Don't worry about it, we got it. If I discard like this, I could get aces or 7s. This is not wild anymore. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flush house. By the way, sometimes when you're doing the Jokerless challenge, the final boss is also the Verdant Leaf, and then you can't sell any Jokers. It's rude as heck. I do have 2 4s here, and I have a 9 here, you know, which I can hit with the world. I guess I don't need a pair. I just need a 9. That's it. Or a 7. Alright, so we got the 7s. Here's the 9. Get me out of here. I'm done with you. Go away. All right, that's it. I don't have a name for this challenge. And, I would say, don't try this at home, but hey, I've said this in the past also, I'm not here to kink shame anyone. So that was Non-Perishable Challenge. Indestructible, unsellable jokers. Yeah. All right, take care, everyone.